What's up, guys? Welcome back to OT with Nast and Riggs. And this week, our main man, our producer, our editor, our insider, Travis Ballinghoff, just call him Baller, is joining us. Yes. Thanks for joining us, brother. Thanks for all you.
Me on.
Yeah, man. Thanks for all you do. And let's just start off, boys. We got to talk about this because I've received about 100 text messages wondering why you didn't show up for the Federal League last night, and I just want you to explain why. You have a very good reason.
Yeah, well, I wish I had a better story why I didn't play, but I'd signed the contract 5:30 a.m. yesterday morning. Bags packed, ready to go. Toby's rocking. Went and taught my yoga class, came back, and unfortunately my 4.5-year-old daughter was still dealing with a fever-related issue to a UTI, kidney infection she had gotten on Friday. So wife took her to the hospital, and I had to be obviously a proper dad and stay back with my oldest. So unfortunately, didn't get the game in the Federal League, and I was a little bit disappointed. Honestly, I was all wrapped up and ready to go.
I think there's going to be another opportunity.
Oh, there definitely
Dave will
is,
get you in there.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Macker texted me. He's like, "There's lots of games." He's already talking about road trips and weekends and all this other stuff. So we'll see where this goes. But yeah, I was a little disappointed, but obviously had to do the right thing.
Yes,
priorities
100%.
in life, and I was still getting text messages about it.
Yeah.
Wondering what the hell happened.
Well, Baller was showing me some tweets going out that, Cote is afraid. And, I'm like, no, I'm kidding. I know the last thing you want to do is go in there and drop the middies, and I don't blame you. You're getting first power play. You're getting first line minutes.
Mac dangled for me.
I know.
He said first line power play. I was like, what do I sign?
Yep. You haven't done that since your days in junior, I think.
That's right. Exactly. So I was getting excited, and unfortunately, didn't work out, but lots of games left.
There was lots of games left.
We got to make like a weekend out of it.
We do, yeah.
Take get a bus or an RV or something, get all the boys going.
That's an RV, Clark.
Yeah, exactly.
I think you're right.
Do it for the content, man. Do it for the content.
That's right. Well, boys, unfortunately, it's not. Things aren't going the way we would hope they're going for our Fly Boys right now. But Baller, what are you seeing with their game right now? I think we're all seeing it, but what are your thoughts?
Since last episode, 4 losses. They're on a 6-game losing streak.
Yeah.
I really don't think you can point to one thing. It's not like it's one deep pair or 2 forward lines. The whole team's struggling.
Yeah.
G's got 2 goals in his last 12, and TK 2 in his last 17.
Wow.
JVR's got 2 all year. I mean, it's not like you can just say, penalty kill struggling. The power play. It's the whole team struggling right now.
Yeah,
it's everything. Yeah, they're really struggling to score goals. I mean, look at the numbers, and obviously G's at the top there, but it drops off pretty quickly. With the forwards especially. Be going from 17, 14, 11, and then you're getting into 8s and 6s and points in 20 games. Like that's not nearly enough. You look around the league, and teams are actually winning games. There's a collective effort scoring goals. And,
right.
They're really struggling. Obviously, the power play is piss poor. 27th in the league, 13% all year, and probably lower than that in the last 10.
Yeah, big time.
Most shots allowed against in the whole league.
Wow,
which
I didn't
is
know
a
that.
real red flag. That was a stat you brought up there, Baller. But the combination of not scoring and getting that much. Absorbing that much rubber is definitely a recipe for losing.
They're asking way too much out of their goalies.
Yeah. I agree.
Hartsy's been great. Martin Jones has been pretty good too.
Yeah.
He saved their butts a couple of times, but
yeah, they would be at the bottom of the league if they have not played the way they had. I mean, they're absorbing way too much rubber.
Yeah, Rouse, you played, and I was around it for a long time. Watching, I just feel bad for the guys because it's not a lack of trying, which people want to say. They're not trying. They don't care. It's not that. When it starts going this bad, like you just threw those numbers out, Baller, when you got guys like G, Coots, TK, like you have to they're your first line. Mm-hmm. Like they have to score, but it's also JVR and it just Cam Atkinson. You threw out he hasn't scored in how many games? I don't know how many but it's been a while.
I think he's got like 1 in his last 14 or 15.
Yeah, and that's not what you thought when you're bringing him in. And I know he's got better. And it's not that they're not trying, but you watch and you see the frustration building and building. I thought last night against Jersey. they had a time where they really stepped it up and kind of went on a run. I say like that as basketball, because in the NBA, there's always runs. Mm-hmm. I felt like they put a lot of pressure on, but then it just kind of went away.
Yeah.
Don't know why. And like you guys said, it's a lot of grade A chances that they're giving up that they don't normally. Yeah. And the goalies have been great. And again, it's not a lack of trying. It's just I feel for them, because we know the guys. You know how much it's bugging them all. This is not fun. We've both been, I've gone back before. We went on a roll where we lost 10 straight, and we actually made the playoffs that year.
Yeah, right.
We actually made the playoffs that year,
and winning 10 straight,
and not making the playoffs one year as well. So
that was the first time that ever happened.
Yeah, right. So again, and Keith Jones was saying, and I have to agree with him. If the power play could just find a way to turn it around, and I think it's just a break, maybe a stupid bounce. Put Big Mac. This kid, I love the way he's playing.
Yeah, he's been the best player,
he has been one of the best players on the team. And not that I'm a GM or a coach. I'm not trying to say that, but I mean, I just think he's done a lot. He's really, I've noticed him a lot.
Yeah, he's physical.
He's a big body. Maybe, I don't know, just for changing it up, maybe throw him in front of the net. And again, I'm not a coach, I'm not a GM, I'm not trying to say that I am, but just the way he's played, I love his game.
Well, nothing else is working. Why not reward the guy for his efforts? And he's a big body. I mean, just stand in front of the net and find some trash. I mean, that's the way it's going to go down anyways, is going to be some sort of rebound, trashy type of goal. But, to your point, or Jonesy's point there, they need to get the power play going just to get a spark, offensive spark as a team, a little momentum, whatever that lands up being. But it's necessary, because if they're not scoring, I mean, I don't know what their goal is for per game average is, but it's like 1.6 or something like that. Not nearly enough to win.
Not enough
to win. But if you score every other game on the power play, it gets a little bit of momentum. But to me, the inconsistency within the 60 minutes, like you were talking about, like showing flashes of offense and then dry spells. We were at the Carolina game the other day, and 5 shots in the first 3-4 minutes, they score a goal, and they don't get a shot for 12 minutes. And the next shot on net is a shorthanded goal by Farabee, which is an unbelievable individual effort.
Right.
But where's the squad in that 12 minutes? So you're absorbing rubber that whole time, right? If you're not on offense, you're absorbing. So it's a tough balance when you're absorbing that much and you're not generating nearly enough. And they're getting outshot every game. I mean, it's unfortunate, but I don't know how this gets better until they get a couple bodies back that are obviously significant bodies. But the core leadership group needs to step up somehow, some way. But to me, there's a lack of energy and synergy there. Just they seem not connected. I don't know.
And it happened fairly quick. I mean, you start off the season, and listen, it hurts not having Ellis.
I agree, man.
He's a big part of their team, even though he's only played 4 games, but he has 5 points in 4 games. I mean, and you kind of brought him in to play with Provy. Nothing against anyone else is playing with Provy. I don't mean it that way. Oh Christ, Bronner's leading in points.
Awesome. Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, it's nothing like that, but they had a chemistry you could see right away.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, it was there. It was kind of like when Niskanen came, him and Provy just thought the game the same way or something. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was a great connection there, and I think Ellis and him have that as well. But obviously, he's out another probably 4 weeks, is what they're saying.
Mm-hmm. They have to find a way until he gets back.
Yeah, I think it'd be a great spark to get him back and Hazy, but you can't right now. So you got to find a way.
Everyone's just got to step up and fill that void, right? I mean, no one's going to come and win these guys the games and do it for them, right? I mean, they're just going to have to find a way collectively. Guys that are struggling need to step up. Guys that have been in dry spells need to step up. You mentioned it earlier, just like some bonehead plays. Like it's almost like brain farts that are happening, and they're getting first, secondary opportunities on these plays.
That's where I think they really miss Ellis. I mean, he's got his breakout pass.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you play away from the net. And at the very least, you're just playing away from that. Even if you're not generating the offensive opportunities, it beats playing in your own end the whole time and absorbing the whole time. So we'll see.
I think confidence has a lot to do with that as well. Yeah. And right now, it's hard to have any confidence when you're just not getting any bounces. Things aren't going right.
That's why you really hope they can get going on the power play.
Exactly.
That can just give you so much momentum.
Exactly. And that's what Jonesy was saying.
Yeah.
He thinks, if and it's a great point, if you can get that power play clicking, maybe it's okay. Now it's our neutral zone play and it's our defensive zone, and everything maybe starts kind of coming together with a little confidence. It's all you need, and hopefully they find a way to get it.
Yeah. And just, again, some of these veteran guys, I feel, just need to step up and find a way to contribute a little bit more. I mean, Yandel was added, to the roster to be an offensive threat and, a power play guy, and he's got 5 apples on the season.
I think he's got no points in his last 16.
Yeah, so
when that's like his biggest
that's his
job,
if he's not scoring, he's.
I mean, that's saying something too, because he usually puts points up. I mean, that just shows
exactly.
You. I mean, he could have made a great play, but someone didn't finish. But still, you need those points, like you're saying.
You got to execute.
You have to.
And then you look on the other side of, not that it was a trade, but you lose a guy like Ghost, who's an offensive guy that people were all over here, and probably the coaching staff as well, because he's a high risk, high reward player, and if he's not contributing offensively, he's sometimes a liability defensively. But he's leading the Arizona team in points. Which
they're having a tough season.
They're having a tough season. They're bottom of the barrel. I get it, but
I mean, they're going to end up turning him into a good trade chip.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
We were
going to work out for him.
That's right. And he's one of those guys too, like we talked about. I think Ghost, the more he's involved in a game, the better he becomes. And I've said it before. I've never seen a guy keep a puck in his own better than that guy. Like, just so many different ways he could do it. But he's an offensive guy, and he's got some confidence. I don't think he's been horrible defensively at all there, which is great for him. And again, like you said, Baller, great trade chip. So we'll see what happens. But you're right, Ross. He's playing really well, and I'm happy for him because he's such a good dude.
Yeah.
The guys are too.
Yeah, you just if you want to be honest with the balance of the team, and losing certain guys and adding certain guys, originally you think that the trades and the moves look good, but I mean right now,
like you
right
said,
now
they came
I'm
out
not
like
sure.
gangbusters early in the year.
Yeah, right now they're not. I think they're average at best, but hopefully that changes when Ellis is back in the lineup. And again, you don't want to have to wait for that moment to rally the troops, but. They're going to have to find something here soon.
You never know. Chuck may make a move here, because it's
that desperate right now.
It's getting there. Unfortunately, it's getting to that point where, okay, like you got a big game here Wednesday. We just got to find a way to win.
Right.
And
can't afford to drop anymore because
no,
you're burying yourself.
You really can't.
Deeper. But speaking of movements around the league, Montreal fired their general manager.
Cleaning house,
and that's what happens when teams underperform.
Yeah.
Interesting name at the top of the list. Who we got?
Danny B. Mr. Playoffs.
Yeah, right. Not that I'm surprised to see his name.
No,
I guess I just
either.
envision him coming up to the Flyers organization and waiting his turn. But hey, that's an amazing fit for him. If he can get that job,
gosh,
that's pretty cool stuff. So see how that one plays out. I'm sure they'll announce that in the next 24 hours, I would think, right?
If they're doing it, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, they try to usually do that sooner rather than later.
And then a couple nibbles in a game the other day. Hey, Lemieux's hungry.
Just chew a little bit on Tkachuk's hand. Not a big deal. I think that goes back to the dads fighting years ago in the World Cup, and I was lucky enough to be on the bench for that one, Riggs, and then the other night these two looked like they wanted to kill each other. And then obviously Lemieux was a little hungry. He must not have had a power bar in between there.
I know, right?
Little
sugar's
snack,
getting low.
little snack. Oh man, God! I mean, I don't know if he put his hand near his mouth or in it, but I remember
it was hard to tell.
It's kind of hard to tell, but I tell you what, if someone puts their hand in my mouth, I'm probably biting. I'm not taking up for the kid. I'm just saying I don't know how it happened. It was hard to see.
I've seen this before when I was in the East Coast League. I was a guy on my team that was in a scrum, and someone came in and fish hooked him. And it's like you get your face fish hooked. You're gonna find any way to get that finger out of your hand, and you're gonna bite
for sure.
So I don't know. I'm playing devil's advocate here. I know that. I know Lemieux is a little bit of an ass out there, and I'm not surprised that happened. But if the hands are in their mouth, I mean, to me.
Yeah.
Fair game. I don't know. Get him out of there.
Yeah.
We'll see how that one plays out.
Coming out of that stinky glove ball right in someone's mouth. That's no good, eh?
Get some staph infection for sure. Eh?
Gross. Oh, man.
Right on. Well,
what else?
That's all we got, boys.
All right, guys. That's it for this week's OT. Thanks, Baller, for joining us and everything you're doing for us, brother. Hopefully the boys turn it around, and next week we'll have some better stats and better news from the Fly Guys.
See you then.